Hey, it's your girl Shawn Ray back once again with Boss Talk. Bold, one of a kind, sensational superstars. So I am so excited to see you all back. I wasn't here last week and I had very good reason. I was in Trinidad. Yes, man, I was in Trinidad and I was doing my very first TEDx talk. So I got to tell you a little bit about it. It was so amazing. And I want to give a shout out to Mwali and Chantel Henry, who hosted us in Trinidad, and they are local. And we just had a wonderful time. I want to shout out Mr. Marvin, who was our driver, who took us to the beach and to see all the sights in Trinidad. And we just had such a magnificent time. And I want to shout out all the ladies who I had the very awesome pleasure of speaking with. So that would be Cherie, Josiane, Denise, Ine. Let's see, that's 4 or 5. I was there. And then our virtual divas, Cindy, Valerie, and Esther. So we were the privileged group that got to actually participate in the first TEDx talk that was being held in Trinidad by Mwali and Chantel Henry. And again, I just am so grateful and so thankful to them for all they did to make the week, almost week, really amazing. So, of course, y'all know me, Shawn Ray. I got stories for you. So I actually got locked out of Trinidad because I had the wrong test. So I got to New York, couldn't get on the flight to Trinidad, but I got to go to an amazing art gallery that is owned by Phyllis and Doji. I'm going to mess up their last name, so I'm not going to say it. But the gallery is called the Kente Royal Gallery, and that is 2373 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard. If you have not been by there, you absolutely must. They have the most beautiful art from local people, which is always encouraging. The talent is immense. And I got to tell you, this is Women's History Month. And so all of the artists are women, and it is beautiful. So if you are in New York or if you're visiting anytime soon, please go and see Phyllis and Doji at the Kente Royal Gallery. There's one more little piece of business that I want to take care of tonight, and that is to just announce some sad news. I learned not too long ago of the loss of a legend, locally and globally, and that is the amazing blues jazz singer, actress, just goddess of amazingness, Ms. Barbara Morrison. Made her transition this morning. If you are local, you know that Barbara had the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center, which I've had the distinct pleasure and privilege of performing in on many occasions. And just the world is going to miss not only her amazing talent, but just her great big old heart. Miss Barbara was just the most amazing woman and so resilient. She had a surgery not long ago that removed both of her legs, yet this woman continued to press on and give to the community and just live loved, which is, y'all know that's my motto, live loved. And so just our hearts go out to the family of Miss Barbara Morrison, and you will be so missed by the community, Leimert Park community and beyond. So I just had to say that tonight. But now let's get into some yummy goodness. So I have some beautiful ladies here tonight, not just one guest, not just two. We getting real like risky, y'all. I think I have 7 beautiful women with me tonight, and each one is more magnificent than the next. They are doing some amazing things in the world. And tonight you're going to get to not only hear about what they're doing, but you're going to get some tips on how you can flip your life around and do your God-given, God-driven purpose. And so there's a summit going on. You all know last week my guest was Kearn Crockett Cherry. And Kearn Crockett Cherry is, as we said, the butts in the seats queen. And so right now she is doing a conference called the Level Up Summit. And so these ladies that we're going to talk to tonight are from the Level Up Summit. So let's start out with introducing to you our co-hosts. They are the co-hosts of the Level Up Summit, and this is the first time that Ms. Kearn has decided to have co-hosts. So let's first meet Miss Terry Donaldson. Hello, Terry.
Hi, Sean. Thank you so much. It's actually Tariq. My mom was trying to be a little
Oh,
fancy.
Tariq.
She put a
Well,
little
girl,
accent on it.
you don't understand. You see, my accent is Sean LeRae.
Sean, all right. See what I'm saying? You
So,
you we get
Tariq,
each other.
we get it. I get it right here, right here. So, well, welcome to Boss Talk.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today. You want me to just tell a little bit about who I am?
Please do. Please tell the folks who
Okay.
you are.
Awesome. My name is Tariq Donaldson. Once again, I'm the CEO of Purpose Chasing Academy, where I got women who lack a little confidence and a roadmap in the fitness, wellness, and health industry. Now, how many men you know that dominate in this field? I know you don't have to say nothing a lot. How many women? Exactly, not that many. So, what
Mhm.
I do is guide these women to become what I've done in the field for men for about 8 years, create these $1 million businesses. I want to now give all I have to these women so they can find, define, and thrive in the wellness, fitness, and health industry. And people call me, I like to brag, but a little pusher. I'm a little purpose pusher. I'm gonna help you push your way right onto that purpose so you can start thriving. So that's what I
I
do. I'm
love
excited to
that.
be here. Thank you
I
so
love that. The
much.
purpose pusher. Now,
I
say that
am.
again so you can thrive. Say that for me again. I
So
like
you
that.
can find, define, and thrive in this industry.
I like it. Find, define,
Define.
and thrive in this industry. Ooh, and I like purpose pusher. That is good
Right.
because we all need that. We need somebody who can give us that gentle nudge and sometimes that kick in the butt if necessary, right? When we're trying to
Yep,
get our goals met. So I love that. Stay with me.
I
So
will.
the next co-host that I want to bring to the stage is Miss Adrian Velasquez. Did I get that right? Oh, Adrian, you're still muted, darling.
I said you did get it right, Sean LeRae. Thank you for allowing me on Boss Talk. I love the
Yes.
name.
Thank
So,
you.
yes, so my name is Adrienne Velasquez. I'm originally a Jersey girl, as you guys can hear on my accent. Yes, so I've relocated all the way to San Antonio, Texas. So I am the
Oh.
CEO and the founder of the Seven Figure Boss, where I actually work with women who lack confidence and guidance, building a six-figure plus empire by removing all of those excuses, owning their power through worth, excellence, and resilient. I am a
Ooh.
mindset mastery coach where I just tell you to just get rid of all that stinking thinking and make the
Mhm.
money. We hate to talk about the money, but it's the money.
Yes, honey, the money is the money, and that ain't a bad thing.
Right.
I love it. I love it. Well, Adrian, so where in New Jersey did you live?
I'm originally from North New Jersey.
Ah, okay, I lived in Montclair for 5 years because
Oh,
I lived
so
in New
not
York.
too far.
Not too far.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I lived in New York. I'm from Ohio, moved to New York, did a little bit of Jersey, back to New York, and now I'm in Cali.
I love Cali.
Loving every second. You guys missed it. When we were backstage, we were playing around. I showed them my view. Maybe I'll show y'all later.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us on Boss Talk. And let's get another co-host on, and that's Ashley Montgomery. Hello, Ashley. Welcome to Boss Talk.
Welcome and thank you for having me on this show. Well, I'm Ashley. I'm from Louisiana, but I'm currently in Cali. Um, so I am the CEO and founder of Exceptional Healthcare Staffing and Exceptional Business.
Mm.
I'm also two times best international best-selling author, and with Exceptional Business Academy, I actually help individuals learn how to make six figures within 60 days. through the concept that I use to start my successful business today. So I just basically take them by the hand, walk them through, and show them all the tips, the tools, and the techniques that I did to birth my successful company. So that's what I do. Continue to push, motivate, elevate them to launching their own successful business so they can leave a generational legacy for generations to come.
Oh, I love that. Now you said 6 figures in 60 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, girl, we're gonna have to talk. I like that. That makes me want to dance in my seat. I love it. So tell me, where are you in Cali?
I'm in LA. I'm actually here on business.
Girl, we should have had coffee or something. How long you gonna be
I,
here?
I know. Well, until like next week for the conference. So I'm gonna fly into Mississippi and then I might come back for another 2 weeks. But I'm here. I've been here
Oh,
for
well,
the last.
we'll just have to get you right on over here for some coffee or
I
tea
know.
or cocktails or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us on Boss Talk, and let's get our the last coach co-host on, and that's Dr. Angela Hardin Mack. Hello there.
Yes. Hello. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here at Boss Talk. Wow. I mean, that says a lot. So thank you. Very excited and very excited to join my beautiful and amazing co-host. We are having such a great time. I am the CEO and founder of Live Great Lives Women's Empowerment Coaching, and I am a women's empowerment coach. We define living great as living your life's purpose on purpose in relationship with the creator and in alignment with spiritual principles and universal laws. So that's intention, that's connection, and that's harmony. We know that many people live ordinary and miss out. I'll call that LOMO, live ordinary and miss out. So I'm about, and we serve the busy professional woman, these women who want to get to the top of their game and stay there. So I'm an expert in breakthrough and manifestation, and I work with creative visualization. That's the vision. I help the ladies break through limitations and overcome obstacles, and also maintaining that energy, because as busy women, it can be easy to become overloaded. And so that's what I focus on. And as a result, they're able to show up to be, I like your little swag. So I say unapologetically awesome, living with power and intention. So that's my passion. That's my goal. And that is my purpose.
And that's your story. You're sticking to it. I like it.
Right. I'm sticking to it. Yes, ma'am.
Well, listen, Kearn told me that I was going to have some powerhouse women on. And so she did not fail me. Not that I ever thought she would. You guys are all amazing. So tell me, how did you come about the becoming a co-host for the Level Up Summit? Let's start with Tari.
Well, you know what? Kearn I'm very new to this whole circuit, and Kearn is just the real deal. So when I decided to be part of the Level Up Summit, and she said we're looking for a co-host, I'm like, I'm all in, not really knowing what I was getting into. But when I tell you, Kearn promised some things and some visibility and supporting women, and I mean, it's just dynamic because like we've said before, like it's destined that this is the Women's History Month, right? Because she is like the epitome of bringing women together, collaboration. So it was just a no-brainer for me to be able to work with this woman who I didn't even realize was a legend when I first, sometimes you just pop in and don't know what you're getting into. That's Kearn. I popped in and did not know what I was getting into, but she got me for life. Now she don't even know it. So that's how I got here.
Well, she knows it now. But she expects it because she has that effect on all of us, I'm sure. Thank you, Tari. So, Adrian, what brought you to the Level Up Summit and being a co-host?
So one of the people, or actually one of the co-hosts, is Dr. Angela. They had been at her previous summits like Success, and I believe it was Power Up. And I just watched how they just came back on fire. They were on both sides, speaking and spectating. And I asked them about it because I'm like, this just seems a little too good to be true. and they was like, no, she is the real deal. She has by far exceeded everything that she said that she was going to do for us. You know, Kearn is definitely one of those women that under promise but ends up over delivering, you know. And you could tell everybody that comes in contact with her, she's so blessed where it's that vibe. It keeps on
Right.
passing on to other people. But I love her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Miss Kearn Crockett Cherry is the real deal. So we should just put that right there on the screen. Thank you, Adrian. So let's hear from Ashley. So, how did you come about the summit and then being a co host?
Well, I had the privilege of being a part of the Power Up Summit last year. And whenever I was a part of it, I seen how Kern was just sewing into us, like just really like just like everyone is saying, the passion, the care, the love. Like she's always pushing people to power up, level up, visibility. So whenever this opportunity came up, I was like, this it's no brainer. Like I have to be a part of this. I have to, you know, I have to level up. It was a level up. I'm like, I have to level up. I cannot just go in and just be a power speaker. I have to go to the next level, which I feel like that's what we have to do all the time. We always have to find a
Mhm.
way to go into another level. But Kern has been amazing, like everyone have said. I didn't expect all of this, what she had been doing for us. I just wanted to say, okay, I want to be a part of the co-host, but I did not expect this level of what she has been pouring into us.
Mhm.
It have been amazing. Like everyone say, we have been back and forth interviewing, but it's a good busy. It's an awesome business.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
thank Karen Cherry for just allowing God to show her this vision and stepping out into obedience. Because a lot of times we will get a vision and we want, we'll just put it on the back burner. But by
Right.
her being obedient, she actually poured into all of us so we can level up and grow with her also. So I'm excited and I'm glad I made that decision to be a part of this as at this level.
Absolutely. Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly. There's nothing that there isn't even a word, I don't think, really out there that describes all of just the amazingness that is in Kern's heart and how she pours it out and pours it into the women that have the privilege of coming into contact with her. Absolutely. So, Dr. Angela.
Yes. This is so amazing. I'm having such a wonderful time. I met the fabulous Kearn last year. I was one of the speakers with the Success Conference. And after that, they offered the partnership, the Fierce and Focused Partnership for the first time.
Mhm.
So I had such an amazing experience with visibility and connecting with the women. I said, I want more of that. And what I learned with Kearn and the other directors of the conference, they over deliver. When I tell you that you get so much in the package, and it's just they give and they give and they give. So when this opportunity was made available, I said, if Kearn is giving all of this as one of the directors, when the partnership, I want more. And I want to, one of the things I have been taught is that when you want to go up, you have to be teachable, trainable, and coachable. You have to
Ooh,
be.
ooh,
So
okay, wait,
again,
wait, wait. So that again. Say
you
that
have
one more
to
time.
be
I think that's important.
teachable, trainable, and coachable.
I love it.
So
Yes.
Kearn is willing to pour, she's willing to teach. And I said, I want to sit at her feet and I want to learn. So she has exceeded expectations. Like you said, all of us, when we know her, we just like, what do we say about this phenomenal woman, this creative woman, this visionary, trailblazer? I mean, we can just go on and on. So it has just gone from success to the partnership. Now I'm a co-host. I mean, wow.
Woo-hoo. I like it
Yes,
all.
yes.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you. So I know that you ladies are all doing amazing things for women in the world. And this is, as one of you mentioned, this is Women's History Month. And of course, this is the perfect time to launch such a summit that is focused on women. I mean, there are definitely men involved, but the major focus is on women. And so, what is it that you bring to the table? What do you think is the unique thing that you bring when you're working with the women that are your assignment? And so I'm going to go backwards this time, and I'm going to start with you, Dr. Angela.
Wow. So I am the 3M. I'm physician, so that's medicine. I'm a Bible teacher, that's ministry, I serve. And then I'm a women's empowerment coach, that's motivation. So I get to serve and minister to the whole woman, body, soul, and spirit. And so when I tell you sometimes God will have me move in there, I do that. So sometimes it may be in my doctor's office, but the word that God has for that individual is not the medication, but it may be a word of encouragement. And so in this time, especially in the time of pandemic, we all have been impacted by in one way, shape, form, or another. And so I can help that woman, and I speak to that. So I'm about the well woman. So I talk about being the well woman. I talk about being the wonderful woman. And as a well woman, as a doctor, sometimes my intensity has been up here. And I was talking to sis today. When I go to work, I'm on. And when I'm on 10 because I have to be engaged and present. So women, we're beautiful. We are amazing, that feminine energy. But it can be very easy for us to become so intense and overextended and overcommitted that we can feel that pressure. We can feel that burden. Our load can feel heavy. So I help them. That was that third part of what I do, so that they don't feel pressured and overloaded, because I was there. That's part of my story. I was close to burnout. I wasn't there, but I was there. But I was healed. And I would just wrap up this. When my bestie said, girl, take that S off your chest. So I went from superwoman to well woman, because I had to take the S off, stop striving, stop being stressed, stop being pressured. Now there's a W on there for well woman. I'm wise, I'm whole, and I'm walking in my wellness. So I get to bring that to the ladies I serve. And I'm so excited and so honored about that.
That's amazing. And so you are a physician, doctor.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Wow. That's amazing that you find the space to carry your practice into all levels of wellness, it sounds like, because you're not only, provider of medication should it be needed, and helping people, fix their sacroiliac, whatever that might be. But you also are working with your mind, body, spirit. And I love that. I'm a holistic practitioner as a therapist. And my practice is actually called Living Loved Pathways to Holistic Healing. And so I'm a mind, body, spirit girl too. And I know so many of the people out there, people say that often, but it's amazing to actually see it in action. And it sounds like that's what you're doing. So I applaud you, my sister. Awesomeness.
Yes. Thanks, sis.
Okay. So Ashley, talk to us about what's the unique qualities that you possess that you bring to the women that are your assignment.
I believe the thing that I bring is faith. It's faith, because a lot of things, especially throughout my life, not just my business, but even having faith with my marriage, even having faith with my finances, my children, everything that I have went through, it required faith. And so every woman that is connected to me, seeing the faith that I just overcame obstacles when they were coming, when other people would have gave up and threw in the towel. Like, I've been with my husband for 20 years. And that is where my faith started. I've been with him since I was 16. And I feel like my faith started with that marriage. So like, everyone is connected to me, like my family members, my siblings, my cousins, the women in my community that I'm pouring into, they all see me walk through this journey, and they see that I never gave up, and they see where I'm at. So that is what I bring to the table. And that is why I have a book anthology, and it's called Created for Greatness. And the women in the book, they wanted to give up because they felt like they were overwhelmed. They were stressed. They felt like it was too much. And that's when I came in and I continued to push them and motivate them and encourage them. I say, let me tell you what's going on with me. I have all this going on, but I'm not giving up, because you have to believe. Like they say, faith is the evidence of things hoped for that you cannot see. So we see something bigger, but we're hoping for something bigger, but we cannot see it. So you got to have faith on this journey with anything in life. When you continue to go towards whatever your goal is, you got to have a lot of faith. And so that's what I bring to the table, not giving up when those obstacles, those challenges, those circumstances is hitting your way, but staying persistent, pushing through, and just, staying strong. So that's what I bring to the table is faith.
All right. I love that. That's very important, because I know a lot of times, we can get discouraged over things that are happening in our lives. And I remember years ago, a women's ministry leader saying, if you don't have the faith, you can borrow it from your sister. And so I love that you come to the table offering that kind of faith, and that for your sisters, because I think that sisterhood is everything. And so it's just amazing that you can be that walking example, because sometimes so many of us need that, right? Just by doing what? Living, every single day. So thank you for that. So, Adrienne, tell us about your superpowers and how you use them to help your women.
So, my superpower, of course, is my life experience. I teach women that your past does not define your future, and how to crush those limited beliefs. Whether we realize it or not, all of us subconsciously and consciously have some form of limited beliefs about ourselves. And it doesn't mean status. I know that there was a time where I'm sitting up here on this stage with amazing women like my sister down there, Dr. Angela. And when I would just hear the words doctor, I would get so intimidated and feel like I did not belong on a stage with her. And God showed me, no, I belong up here just as much as she do. So I am here to be able to share with these women at this conference, not only how did I make myself a ton of money and move from where I'm at, as you know, where I'm from, Miss Sean LeRae, but to also show them that it is possible at any stage, at any age. It wasn't until this pandemic where, majority of my clients, I would say about 70% of my clientele are physicians. And me and Dr. Angela talked about this when I saw how burnt out they was, but they felt like they were trapped in a career that they couldn't move.
Oh,
Now, I
yes.
had always thought that it was somebody like me, where I was just moving on up. I had never pictured somebody on like a status as a doctor. I'm like, why would you want to move out of your career? And why do you feel like you are stuck? But they felt like that's what defined them. And me just going through this process with my clients, letting them know they are more than physicians. They have a lot more to offer and to be able to contribute to other women. It has totally been a blessing for me to be able to share with others. You know what? Let's crush these limited beliefs and let's get it moving. This is the year of the woman. It's the year of the woman. So
Yes.
it is not by chance that this conference is happening in this month. It is time for all of us to help our fellow sisters to level up.
I love it. Thank you. Yes. And a lot of times you can be in certain circles, and there is something called imposter syndrome, and that is when you are killing the game on every cylinder, and you look in the mirror and you see, like, how am I doing this? This isn't me. And what if they find out the real me and all of that? Not recognizing that if you lean on who God made you to be and stand in that, then you are the perfect example for women who look in the mirror and feel small. I'm a therapist, but I have a therapist, and I wouldn't go to a therapist that didn't have a therapist, nor a coach that didn't have a coach. So one day I had gone to a Lisa Nichols conference, and the kind of people that Lisa Nichols can attract. And so I'm in the huge tent with 3,000 people. And I started thinking, what am I doing here? These people are so amazing. I came home and told my therapist that, and you know what she did? She put me in front of the mirror. And I was like, no, I give people the mirror to work on. She goes, not today. And I had to get in that mirror and say that I'm amazing, I am worthy, I am all those things. Because no matter how elevated we get, we still can think. We can get that, as somebody mentioned, that stinking thinking, and pull ourselves down in our own minds. So I appreciate that work. Absolutely. And education comes from so many different places. It's not always, sitting in the classroom reading a book, right? Life is the best teacher, right? So absolutely. And I am all for the educational system. I'm a professional student. I'm a student every time every juncture of my life. I went back and got my master's at 50, and I'm doing my doctorate at 62. So it's but the best experience that I get is that experience that I get from living these 62 years. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. So Tari, what you got, girl? What's your superpower, and how are
Well,
you using
first of all, can I just say, Black don't crack, baby girl? You looking good over there, 62. Come through. Okay. Okay, let me get back. Let me get back.
Thank
Let me
you.
go back. Okay.
I
I
received
tell you,
that.
I'm excited about getting older because the way y'all be looking around here at 60, baby. Okay. Okay, let me get it together.
Hey
Okay,
T,
so
Terry Mann says, say that, Sean LeRae. Okay.
okay.
Terry is my soror.
So what I bring to my clients, I didn't say where I'm from, but I'm from a very small town in Texas called New Waverly, population 900, depending on somebody dies or somebody born. So I am really bringing to these women that it is not where you come from or even your background. I'm one of 8, one single parent household. We rob Peter to pay Paul. I run 3 successful businesses, and
Come
I
on.
help create a business that is right now a multi-million-dollar business. So it really doesn't matter what and not to mention I'm working thriving in the wellness, fitness, and health industry. And I was diagnosed as being morbidly obese and have kept the weight off. So I bring to these women that it doesn't really matter where you start or where you go. When God gives you your purpose in life, when you get your assignment, move out the way. But you have to get uncomfortable in very comfortable situations. I like to tell women, you didn't really belong in the assignment that you were working in. You were just good at it. You know, we get very, as women, we can make some things happen. We can have to do our hair and become good at doing hair, but that wasn't your assignment. So you got to really go to the source, figure out what your assignment is, because we're all put on this earth with an assignment. Once you
Yeah.
get there, once you find that, then it's time to define how you're going to make that money in your assignment. So as long
Ooh,
as you get to a point where you can say, hey, I know I'm comfortable. I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. I got my vacation days. I can clock out. You know, my 401k is sitting there locked. I'm very comfortable, but you're not happy and you're not
that's
fulfilled,
okay.
and you probably stressed, and you probably taking it out because you're not living in your assignment. You have to live in your assignment. And so that's why I tell people I was very successful in the corporate world, the nonprofit world, but it wasn't until 2019 that I think a lot of people asked for this 2020 vision. We all
Mhm.
prayed for it at New Year's Eve 2019. So God said, bet, I got y'all. Everybody sit down and slow down, and let's figure
Right.
out what we're doing wrong and where we need to go forward. And I think a lot of people started realizing they were not living their purpose, and then they found me, especially if they're in the wellness, health, and fitness industry. So that's what I plan on continuing to do. I love what I do now. I love it. It's not a job for me. God just makes sure I'm taken care of financially, but it's not a
Mhm.
job for me. I do it because I want to help as many women, little country girls, little chubby, fluffy girls, know that they can get healthy and they can thrive in life and in business. So
Mm,
that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it like
absolutely.
Angela.
Sandra, absolutely. Sandra Tires said, it's scary, but I'm still stepping out on faith. Hashtag all gas, no brakes. I like that. I'm down for the purpose. Chasers crowd. I love that. Now, so here's the thing. When you talk about the 2019, when people were looking at that 2020 vision, you know, everybody was all like, that was really great, 2020 vision, and we were seeing what we were manifesting, what was going to happen in 2020. And then God said, ooh, y'all ain't hearing me, slow down. And so we all got real, okay, we good for 2 weeks, right? And then the pandemic just kept rolling. And God said, oh, y'all didn't hear me yet, right? So I got some more for you. But look at, out of that horrible pandemic, what good things were able to be birthed, as you said, because people sat still, breathed, and allowed themselves to think and envision what their purpose could be. And so there are so many new businesses, so many people. There was some statistic that I won't remember, but just last week on the news, I heard that more people than ever have fired their bosses and have become entrepreneurs. And so I think that is so important that we as women represent that out here tonight. You ladies are definitely representing that here tonight, because 9 to 5, that's not everybody's answer. And so I appreciate that from all of you. Terry says, yes, Terry, you have got to get out of your comfort zone to grow. Absolutely. Well, ladies, this is juicy and on fire, but we have some more lovely ladies that I want to bring up to the stage. So I'm going to swap y'all out, and then we're going to all have a party at the end. How's that? So you've been talking with the co-hosts of the Level Up Summit, put on by Kearn Crockett Cherry, the butts in the seats queen. So if you were here 2 weeks ago, you got to hear from Kearn, and many of you really loved what Kearn had to say, and you wrote it in the chat. So we're excited about that. And we have the butts in the seats queen herself out here. She says, yes, it is definitely an opportunity to pour into others. And here's your registration. It is free. So register for the Level Up Summit at www.levelupsummit.info. And I'm going to leave that up there for a few minutes so y'all can grab a hold to it. And ladies, I'm going to do some switching. Okay. So we're going to bring some other beauties to the stage, and I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. So there's Miss Brenda coming to the stage. Miss Karina coming to the stage. And let's see who else we have out here. Miss Lydia coming to the stage. And Ashley, we'll see you in a few minutes. So welcome, ladies. Welcome to Boss Talk. That's for bold, one-of-a-kind, sensational superstars, and that's why you're here. So let's start with Brenda. Tell us who you are and what you do in the world, Miss Brenda.
Okay. Hey, hi, everybody. How are you guys doing out there? I am Brenda Myers, and I am in Jackson, Mississippi, the state where our weather is so bipolar. We had 77 degrees one day and snow the next day.
Oh,
but
no.
I am so, I'm thankful and happy to be a Mississippian. I am CEO and founder of Journey Insurance Solutions. I am founder and president of Entrepreneurs Academy 101, which is an online school that teaches aspiring entrepreneurs how to start and grow their business. I have an online store, Boss Babe Lady Boss, which has female entrepreneur paraphernalia, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, whatever you want with female boss language on it. I'm also the author of Becoming an Entrepreneur, Learn How to Start and Grow Your Business. So I'm just excited to be here, excited to be a part of Boss Talk Live. And this is amazing. This Level Up Summit, it is amazing. And I'm so thankful to be a part of it.
I'm so glad to have you here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll have to find out more about the Boss Talk clothing line or Boss Line. Yeah, that part,
Absolutely.
Boss Lady. I like it. All right. And Karina, welcome to Boss Talk. Tell the people about you.
Thank you, Sean LeRae. Thank you so much for having us on here. I am Karina Calhoun. I'm currently doing life with my best friend and husband here in Richmond, Virginia. I'm the founder and CEO of Warcraft Consulting Solutions, where I provide strategic solutions that impact. I'm a mindset and life coach for women. I am also host of Go Be Great podcast, which is also accessible on most major platforms, podcast platforms. And Sean LeRae, that does include iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, and Spotify, and a ton more. So I really work with women who want to really once and for all crush their limiting beliefs that's been holding them back. And the main goal is to not really live your best life, nor the best version of your life, but to really live your authentic life. And the way I like to explain this is, wouldn't it be amazing to get up each morning, take care of your personal hygiene, then go into your closet and decide what you're going to wear for the day and just leave it at that. Well, some women are doing all of that, but then they're also trying to figure out which version of themselves they're going to be that particular day. Well, my question is, what if that version has expired? So I help women really dig in, unlock their potential, and really unveil their authentic selves. And I am so thankful for Kearn Cherry for the Level Up Summit and for just bringing us all together. I have met some amazing women here, and I absolutely love it.
That is great. Great work. I love that about, which version of yourself are you going to be today? Oh, girl, you just hit a whole lot of stuff right there with that. I love that so much. And you help people know which version of themselves is their authentic self. And that's the outfit that you should be wearing every day. Ooh, that's yummy. There's so much in there. Thank you. And Lydia, please tell the people about you.
Hi, hello, thank you. Thank you for letting us be on your platform today, Sean Lorray. I love how your name slides off the tongue. That's really nice. So, hey, I am Lydia, your Dr. Sears certified health and wellness coach, and I'm a super busy mom, a wellpreneur, and a healthy living revolutionist. So all success begins with optimal wellness. Literally, we all need to be healthy for our energy. And so she who has health has hope, and she who has hope has everything. And I love how you guys were talking about earlier being healthy in mind, body, and spirit, because I like to use that in my little tagline too. So I enjoyed that you guys were talking about that earlier. And oh my goodness, I am so excited. Like I feel like such a noob, but I am so excited to be part of the Level Up experience. And during this time, literally, I have gotten my own coaching. And I'm like, I wish I could get coaching from every single woman here. So people out there, sign up for Level Up, because just doing this little tour with Kearn has enriched my life so much. Imagine what the whole experience of the Level Up Summit is going to be like. It's going to be absolutely out of this world. And so what else did I want to say today? Oh, I forgot to say where I was from, because the other gal from is it Mississippi or
Yes.
Mississippi?
Jackson,
Yeah,
Mississippi.
so I'm from Michigan, and Michigan is also bipolar. This morning it was winter, and this afternoon it was spring. Literally, it was like, what?
That's crazy.
So it's amazing that I get to meet like these fabulous, successful women from all over the United States. It's really amazing. And so I have this 6-month signature program, Homemade Healthy. And my goal is to help super busy career moms create simple self-care routines to find work-life balance for the energy and the soul peace that you desire and deserve. Thank you for listening.
I love all of it. I am here for every bit of that. That is so wonderful. Now, where in Michigan are you from?
Right now I'm in Flint. I'm in Flint,
Okay.
Michigan. I was born and raised in Flint. I moved to the Detroit area for college, and now I'm back in my hometown I'm trying to get to California, though. That's
Well, I'm from Toledo, Ohio, next door to Detroit. So, and I came to California via New York. I kind of did a little dip there. So, well, welcome to Boss Talk. So, Sandy, hey, Sandy. Now, I know Sandy from, I don't know if it was Success. I think it might have been Success when I met Sandy, a Success conference, 2020, I think, virtually. And so Sandy has a show called Coffee with Sandy, I believe. So check out her show. And she says, hey, ladies, super excited to see you all. You're doing fabulous. Absolutely, they are, Sandy. Love you, girl. Miss you. And let's see. Oh yes. Terry is from Southfield, Michigan. And I remember Southfield growing up because my mother was a buyer for Montgomery Wards, and she used to have to go to Southfield to that mall. So I asked the other ladies to tell me how they came about the summit and what made you decide to sign up and do this event. So we can start with you, Brenda.
Okay. Well, my first interaction with Kearn was, I think, was before the pandemic. I think 2018, 2019. Someone recommended that I be a part of the Power Up Summit. And, with hesitation, because I didn't know what it was, I was like, I'm not sure. But then my voices started talking to me, my spirit's like, that's something that you need to do. So I signed up to do the Power Up Summit with Kearn. I learned so much. I mean, even now, when she has a function or something or anything, I want to be a part of it, because she is an amazing, amazing woman. She is all about female empowerment and uplifting women. And so anytime that you can be on a platform with her, it's amazing. And you're going to reap the benefit and the reward. So that was 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm still here hanging on her coattail, trying to learn all I can about business and female empowerment and everything that it has to offer.
I love that. Absolutely. I think we can all attest to Kearn Crockett Cherry as a magnet for women who want to do something and make a difference in the world. And she is so instrumental in helping us to do that. I think it's pretty amazing. So let's see. Karina.
Absolutely. So, I want to tell this quick story. I received a forwarded email. I want to say it was last year. It may have been either last year or 2020. And it was from a friend who said, hey, I think you might be interested in this. And it was an email from Kearn. And I looked at it and I was hesitant. I said, I don't think I'm going to be interested in it. But it was a pull, a tug that I kept feeling. But I kept saying, no, I don't think it's going to be right for me. So then last year, I saw the same email come directly to me, but it was for a different summit. I forget which one it was. And I said, okay, that's the second time. And then when this one came, I knew immediately, I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, you need to do this. And it wasn't a matter of when, where, how. It was just get in place. And that was it. And I knew at that point that I needed to be aligned with Kearn, however God aligned us. I don't have to be in her face type thing, but it's whatever he says at this moment. And so, we were talking before the show started that success leaves clues, and Kearn absolutely leaves clues, but you have to have your eyes wide open. I wasn't ready before. But you best believe I'm ready now.
That's rich. Yes.
I had to be ready. And I tell people I'm from the country. You plant stuff. You have to, when you plant, you have to make sure that soil is ready. Because if it's not, you can plant something in there and it's going to do absolutely nothing. And so at this point in my life, I know that my soil is ready. And so I just want to put this plug out there to those that are listening. If you know your soil is ready, you need to sign up for the Level Up Summit. You really need to do it. Don't delay. Do not delay. If this is your second or third time coming across this, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. I'm done.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Sandy also caught what you said, Karina. Yes, Sean, I grabbed that too. Which version of yourself are you that day? And you know what you're talking about when you say that you had to be ready. There was a version of you that wasn't ready at that time. And now you have transformed into this vessel ready to receive and ready to give. And so that's when the alignment is perfect, right? When you're in a space that you can receive goodness, and in return, you can give an outpouring of that very same goodness. So I love it. I love it all. I'm here for it. All right. Thank you. Lydia.
Hey,
Like a song.
yes, ma'am. So I came in contact with Kearn Cherry. I attended one of the conferences where Lisa Nichols was a speaker, and I have to attest to Kearn's her power of her email marketing.
Yes.
Because I get emails and emails and emails. And I'm like, okay. And I just happened to put in, I'm like, oh, cool. I love Lisa Nichols. And I hadn't been able to go to any of her other sessions since, like, I think I went to one in like 2007. So that was like a long time ago.
Wow.
So it was very nice to, or was it 2007 or 17? I don't know. My years are mixed. 2017. That's 2017. So that was really nice to see that brief moment with her. And then I signed up for a couple of VIP sessions at the conferences. And I love the way one of the things that really got me was how the ladies speak what they do. Like, I'm like, how do they learn? How do you guys learn to say like the right words? I'm like, yes, click, 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 click. I was like, I want to learn how to do that. So I'm following to learn to speak, the correct words, to say, to invite others into, my coaching practice and things too. So I'm here learning, soaking it up. And for this, I'm like, I'm actually taking some coaching as well, some business coaching. And they're like, you need to get out there. If you're not ready or not, here you come.
Yeah.
So that's what I did with this. I don't feel all the way ready, but I'm learning so much and growing so much. And I'm like, by the time that summer conference comes, I'll be on.
Let me tell you something, Lydia. You're a good student, because the way you just told what you do a few minutes ago was fabulous, amazing. You had all the right words. And so I'm a firm believer that whatever comes out when you open your mouth, that's the right word.
That's the right words. Okay.
That's the right word. So you just own that. Own that. I love it. You know what is also is amazing, and I just want to make a note. Each one of you are like powerhouses in your own right. But not one of you, including the coaches, the co-hosts, I'm sorry, that were just on a moment ago, not one of you has appeared that you have it all down and that you know it all. Even in your amazingness, you're still willing to be coachable, teachable, to learn. Everybody is seeking and hungry for the learning and the experience that comes with doing these things. And I think that is a beautiful thing that I wanted to point out. And also just that you all are so connected to one another. And I know that is an amazing thing that Kearn does, is she connects us when, and each one of us is bringing something different that one of us needs. And so even though you're here to be a speaker and to touch the masses and to do your great thing, we get to take in some of the things that we need ourselves. And so, that's rich. I like that. I like that gets to happen. So Brenda, tell us, what is your superpower and how do you impart that to the women that you help, that are your assignment?
Well, my superpower is motivation. I am really good at encouraging and uplifting and helping women not give up. Sometimes we are on a path that we're thinking, I can't do this, or it's too much, or I'm too busy. Well, all of those things might be true, but you have to make time for the things that you want to do. So you need to prioritize your life so you'll be able to do the things that, that you feel like you want to do. Sometimes life too has a way of, I guess, knocking us on our axle and just turning it around, so we can regroup and do something else. So I tell you a little bit about how I became an entrepreneur. In 2009, when the economy went all haywire, this was before all this pandemic stuff. That was a period too where we were losing jobs and being downsized and companies were closing and all of that. Mm-hmm. I was working for one of the largest law firms in the state of Mississippi, and I was working for one of the partners. But when the powers that be said, we got to lay some people off, my partner that I was working for, who fought hard for me, he said he was a part of that totem pole that sticks in the ground. So he had no power, even though he wanted me to stay. So what that did was made me pivot my mindset. And so I had to come up with another way of making a living and providing. So what I do is I tell people from my experience, even though you feel like it's rough, it's hard, I just tell them, don't give up. You got to want it hard enough. You got to want it bad enough. You got to want to do it. And if you have that drive and that passion in you, it's going to come out. It might be a little delayed, but it's going to come out. And it's my job to pull it out of you. I have an Entrepreneurs Academy, which helps teach people from the startup to, marketing to all of that to becoming successful. So a lot of times we're afraid to do things because we don't know. But if we get the proper information, then we could be whatever it is we want to be.
I love that. I love that. I love that you have this academy. That's wonderful.
Yes.
All right. So, Karina, tell us about your superpower.
Absolutely. So, Sean LeRae, my superpower is strategic exhortation. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what in the world is that? That's two words put together, but I am a strategist. I am able to see a way in or a way out of a situation, the best way. And it's not necessarily just the shortest route that you may need to take, but the best route. Because sometimes the long route might actually be the best route. Sometimes we just don't want to take that long route. And so I'm actually able to look at a situation and strategically put you in place and get you on the right path that you need to go. But also, while doing that, God has graced me. One of the first gifts He told me that I operated in years ago was exhortation. So I'm able to exhort an individual while giving them those strategies so that they understand you were actually made for this. You were built for this, and express to them why. Because sometimes we see so much of our lives with lenses that's not our own, that we don't even know the potential that we have. And so I am all about encouraging. When my daughter, I have a daughter who's 24, when she was young and we would be out in the mall or wherever, I would talk to women and say, your hair looks nice, your clothes looks nice. And she would always say, why do you always have to say that? Because you never know what that person is dealing with. And you never know how those words are going to help them. They could be on their way home. They could be buying an outfit to go home and commit suicide. We never know.
Come on.
And so I always want to make sure that exhortation is going to allow them to maneuver in the right direction. So that's my superpower, strategic exhortation.
I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. And, just what you said about buying an outfit, a woman buying an outfit to go home and commit suicide, that is so, so poignant. But I think it's the one that we have to stop and breathe in, because sometimes someone wanting to commit suicide doesn't look like what we might think it looks like. No one would have ever suspected that suicide looked like Miss USA. Crystal Chesley, who was a beautiful young woman and who needed that kind of exhortation that you're talking about, because social media trolls, bullies, et cetera, were always coming at her, because as beautiful as she was, as fit as she was, as amazing as she was, there was something that someone could find to say was wrong with her constantly. And so our women that are killing the game and high power and high, profile and, look like everything is together, all I want to say is check on your strong sister.
Exactly.
Check on your strong sister, because that poor baby, I hate to say that poor baby, that blessed child, that blessed young woman, did not feel that, and felt something so strongly that the pressure was so difficult that at that time she could not handle it. And, that breaks my heart just as a woman. As a 62-year-old Black female looking at a 30-year-old girl feeling like she was too old, that says something more about the world than about her, because she's not alone. She's not the only one out there thinking and feeling that.
Yes.
So
That's right.
that's why what you women and what I do, what we do, is so important, so important, so very important. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Miss Lydia, tell us your superpower and how you use it to impart it to the women that are your assignment.
Yes, thank you. First, I want to acknowledge the other two guys. I appreciate the talk about prioritizing your life, and then also Karina with her beautiful closet analogies. I could just imagine, going to the closet and those things, and really,
Right.
yeah, and then really addressing the tough issues. That women may struggle with and no one else knows. Like, I'm literally tearing up right now. But so I appreciate that. But I believe that my superpower is just comes down to routines. When you want to really live a healthier lifestyle, you literally have to create routines. And I know that might sound boring. I'm like, oh, that's such a boring word, right? But I mean, I bet all of you have a morning routine, at least a morning routine and an evening routine, something to sandwich your day, and probably something in the afternoon to just check in, like how the day is going, or take a walk or something like that. So it's really important to create wellness routines for an optimal lifestyle. And so that's what I feel like that is my superpower. Okay, it might be boring. You might have to go get in there and clean out your pantry and take out all the crazy stuff and put in, healthier foods and read those labels. I don't think mindfulness is boring. I think that's a wonderful routine. You might have to get into a mindfulness routine, and even just 3 to 5 minutes a day, right, of mindfulness can literally change all of your life. And then just leaning into your total complete lifestyle of optimal wellness. I believe that is my superpower. Thanks for listening.
Ooh, I love it. You speaking my language, girl, when you talk about mindfulness. Yes. So I love the alignment, and I love how God does that, because my post for this week, Monday, I do a mindful minutes on Monday, and on Wednesday you get the tips. Oops, I forgot to do the tips today. And on Fridays you get the dance reel with me pointing to the tips and doing a giveaway. But I got to tell you, this week I talked about the being mindful for all the tasks that you have to do in your life. So if you're doing the laundry, if you're folding those clothes, do a little dance as you fold the clothes, being present in that moment, letting that be the thing that you are doing in that moment. And it doesn't have to be boring and routine. If you pay attention as you go through it. And I think that that aligns with everything that all of you have said, prioritizing your life, really checking in with yourself and being mindful to pour out to others, because you're so right. There's, as women, we go about our lives, always working. We always want to look our best and do our best and be our best. And it's so powerful when another woman recognizes that from you and for you. Then you feel that connection and that camaraderie and that sisterhood. And I think that those are the things that really are important and help us to be checking in with one another, to make sure that we are living in our wellness spaces and in our holistic spaces and in our mental clarity spaces, all of those places that we need to connect and be able to pass that out and on. Oh, this is good stuff. I just love it. So listen, ladies, if you're out there, and a few good men, if you're out there, you definitely want to jump on your computer and go directly to your browser and put in www.levelupsummit.info, because you don't want to miss these beautiful ladies. There are going to be so many more beautiful ladies with messages that are just designed for you out there. and you see how eloquent and elegant they are. You don't want to miss this summit. I'm just saying. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the other ladies back and we're going to chat a little bit all together. Let's see. Do I have everyone? I do. Dr. Angela must have stepped away for there she is. There she is. All right. So, ladies, I want to have each of you give me something that you heard from one of the other women that resonated with you. Okay. So let's start with let's see. Let's start with Therese. She just smiled at me.
I can't help it. I'm a smiler. And I like to say that I am coming to this summit empty and I plan on leaving full, because these women in this summit are coming with so many different perspectives. But I would have to say, and I did it on the private chat, my southern sister, the one analogy about the soil. I say that all the time, that I can teach you how to make money. It's easy. Money comes, money goes. My company is called Purpose Chasing Academy, because once you chase that paper, you're always trying to get that paper. But once you start chasing your purpose, that's when the things happen. But if you're not ready for it, that soil is hard. No matter all this good stuff I'm getting, you can't get it, because your soil needs to be tilled. The countryness, that soil need to be tilled in order to get them seeds on up in there. So I love it, and that's set well in my spirit.
I like that. Ooh, I like that. It's set well in her spirit. I like that. Hey, Gigi. Gigi says it's wonderful to see so many brilliant women in one place. Absolutely. And that is what the Level Up Summit has to offer you. Brilliant women and a few good men, like I said, in one place. Help me with some of the headliners, y'all. I know Jody Watley is going to be one of the headliners, and that's exciting, right?
Chapel Heart.
Chapel Heart. Oh, that's the group, right? The Black Country Singers. Ooh, yes. That's awesome. Yeah, y'all should join in just for that too, right? Get a little music on. I like it. Someone tell me somebody else. Who is one of the other headliners? Can anybody?
Dr. Cheryl Wood. Dr. Cheryl Wood.
Yes. And I love Dr. Cheryl Wood. I actually had a pop-up on my phone the other day from Dr. Cheryl, from a picture of us together from Success 2018. Yes, Success 2018. It was a photo of us and it just popped up in my For You on my little iPhone. And so I was just thinking about her. She is a powerhouse. There's always good stuff to come from her. And she always has strategic planning ideas for you that you might not have thought of, because they're so simple, but they're so amazing. And I remember sitting and just writing on one of her master classes, just really thinking, wow, that was so simple. Why didn't I think of it? Because we just don't. And that's why we need others to help us pull out some of those thoughts that might be living in us that we just haven't nurtured yet. So, all right, Therese. So let's see. All right, I know how we'll do this. So, Karina, that was your takeaway. So now let us know what someone said to you that was a takeaway, or someone said tonight that you felt it was a takeaway for you.
Sean LeRae, I'm going to be very honest. It was a plethora of things that were said tonight. So I just want to kind of combine a lot of things that those that are watching don't see. Those of us that are here on this panel, we have a private chat going on. And what has really struck me is something that you actually said, Sean. You talked about the connections that are being made, and how we really need to connect with one another. And I just want to encourage people, those that don't understand what real true partnership looks like, they will think that the connection that is going on here is possibly a seeking of validation, and really it's not.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
When you are really connected to people, you're looking to that person to make sure you're all going in the same direction. You're not looking for validation, but you're looking to make sure you're going in the same direction. And that is what I have gotten from each woman tonight, literally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
So
love
that's,
that.
I'll say my piece, and I'm a
That's
mic
rich.
myself, mute
All
myself.
right. Drop the mic. I love it. All right. Lydia.
Hey, thank you. So just you might hear the baby crying in the background. So I am going to, after this, I'm going to
Oh,
run and grab her because it's been like an hour and that's all she can that's all she can
oh,
handle
do we get
away
to
from
see her?
mommy.
Can you bring her so we can see her?
She's in another room, but I'm going to say, so I too, like being put on the spot makes me real nervous. But I literally, like I said before, every single person, I wish I could have like coaching from every single one of these women, because each of them, Ashley with her, what is it, 6 figures in the 6 months or 60 days, I don't know.
60 days.
60 days.
60 days.
Really? Wow.
Mhm.
So that's really
I
cool.
remember that.
Right. So that's awesome. I love how the encouragement piece, the speaking into people piece. I love that, giving compliments to people you don't know. I love it. I love Dr. Mac. Oh my gosh, in all your doctoriness.
I love that.
Vanessa and the other two. I'm sorry, your names are escaping me, because once the baby starts crying, like she literally takes all of the brain cells out of my out of me. So I love everyone. And one of the keynote speakers, we just had the men of the Level Up on Clubhouse, and one of them is, I think his name is Mr. Awesomeness. I believe he's one of the keynote speakers as well. So when you say "and the men," he is one of them, and he's spoken on some really gianty stages. So you guys will want to tune in for for the guys too, who the powerful men who also speak into the powerful women. So
Yeah.
I think that's such a wonderful combination of loveliness.
Mhm.
So that is all I have.
Thank you. That's a plenty. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what? I totally know that all those brain cells go when they hear that sound. So don't apologize at all. But
Yeah,
if
mommy.
you want to let us see her, you can go get her and let us say hi. Okay. All right. So let's see. Miss Adrian.
Yes, I do agree with what Karina said. It's everybody. I was on a panel earlier with Karina. She is just simply amazing. What you see here is what you get. I just love how she shared. You just don't know what somebody else is going through, and a simple compliment can go a long way. My sister Brenda, she phenomenal. I call her to come back. She did not allow her being laid off to stop her from showing other people. She is actually giving back, showing other people don't give up, even though, I know that she probably like, what am I going to do without these coins? She kept on pushing. My sister Tyree is just letting us Black women and young Black girls know that, healthy is in. Healthy is the new sexy, because we are always raised to, it's cute to have that big old belly and bringing that fork up to our mouth. So I just love it. And my sister, Dr. Angela, coachable, teachable, trainable. Girl, you are always so dead on. And Ashley, girl, I'm like, this is definitely everybody needs to be having their eyes on her, because she is killing the game. She is showing people how you can level up your business, like she said, in 60 days. And I am loving it. She is talking about the money. Like I said, most of the times we avoid those conversations with talking about the money. But you know what? God created us to have an abundance, and to live a life that not only that we dream of, but a life that we can actually have. So I am excited, Sean. Thank you for having me. Kearn, thank you for allowing for me to be this co-host. And we haven't seen, nothing yet. The best is yet to come. So everybody just got to make sure that they register, for the Level Up Summit. It's free. It ain't no excuse.
Absolutely. Thank you. Dr. Angela, what's one of your takeaways from one of the ladies tonight?
I think I would sum it up in terms of everyone has focused on the power of being a woman, the femininity, that it's not about trying to be masculine. And that's one of the things I really like, but we can be powerful, authentic, we can be successful, we can be healthy, and we can be women. And I think that it's important that we do that and we champion that. We don't have to be masculine. We can be authentic. And like Sister said, we can be authentic. So
yes,
I love it. Yes. Everybody got to get there and get registered, because I'm just like real high now. I'm just kind of like trying to keep it together, but you got to get to look. Karina know what I'm saying. I'm like, you just got to be there. You just, whoo.
Yes.
Thanks, Sean.
Yes, thank you. All right. And Ashley.
Yes, just to sum it up, like everyone said, everybody was amazing. But when Tari, when she talked about purpose driven, and I feel like everyone that's on this panel it was their purpose that drove them to do and to level up in everything they're doing. So I think walking into your purpose is very key and very important, because you could be somewhere. I think it was Tari said that, or somebody said something about, you could be somewhere and not be comfortable, or you have to be walking in your purpose. That's the only way you will be able to level up, and that's how you can identify on how to create whatever God is calling you to create. Because when you're out of line, when you're not in purpose, you're all over the place and you're stagnated. You're trying to figure out why you're not leveling up, why you're going the same year after the same year in the same place. But when you identify what your purpose is, that's when you can identify what you were created to do. And then that's when you can level up. So each and every one of these ladies were amazing. And everyone is really walking into their purpose because everyone is leveling up. So I enjoyed this show. Thank you for having us. It was awesome. It was great. And I'm so blessed to be connected to amazing women. This collab is awesome.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all. I have appreciated. Oh, look, would you look at that little angel? My goodness.
Oh, look at
what
that
a cutie. Hello. What's her name?
Her name is Janetta.
Well, tell Janetta she debuted on Boss Talk, honey.
Yeah, she's gonna be a boss too, baby boss.
Yes. Thank you for sharing her with us, Lydia. I think each and every one of you are amazing in the shoes that you wear, in your pumps. And I just, and now that we're virtual, we can wear our sneakers, but don't nobody have to know. But yes, sweet Janetta is tuned in too. And I just want to wish you all the very best in your talks on as the summit comes to be. What are the dates again, please? The dates for the summit?
25th through the 27th.
25th through the 27th. All right. So listen. Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, well, you can ask me what I got from everybody, and I just felt.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Brenda, darling. Thank you for speaking up. Absolutely, I'm so sorry. What did you get from everybody?
That's okay, but I just wanted to say that you actually touched on something yourself. You said that you are 62, I believe you said, and you're getting your PhD, and I am 57 years old, and I am taking courses at Harvard Business School. And you're never too old to learn. Right. The difference between an average person and a wealthy person is the average person think they know everything, and the wealthy person is continuing to learn. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear. You're never too old to learn. And One of the other things I wanted to say is one of my very favorite quotes come from Colin Powell, because sometimes people think being successful is there's some kind of magic to it. But Colin Powell said there are no secrets to success. It's the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's rich. Absolutely. And girl, what you talking about? Black don't crack. You. Look at you. Okay. I see it. I see it. Listen, ladies, this has been tons of fun. I appreciate your coming on with me tonight and dropping such rich nuggets. And wait, Gigi said something. Let me see. Gigi said, yes, I'm 52 and just got my B.S. in information tech and completed a certificate program with UCLA. Never too late. Absolutely. Whoop, whoop. I love it, Gigi. And you know, Gigi has raised a young man who also graduated from law school and just took the bar. So
awesome.
Mama was setting that example to keep going. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, each and every one of you is a gem. I'm so grateful to have had you on. I'm going to tune in. In fact, I might come speak with y'all. And so tune in to Boss Talk. Ladies, the last thing is I just want you to let the people know where they can find you. Really quickly. Let's go from what I see in the top. Brenda?
You can reach me at www.brendabmyers.com. I have all my information there. There's information with regard to my academy and my company, Journey Insurance Solutions. All of that is on my website. And do we give our phone number? Can we give our number to be reached?
Absolutely. It's up to you.
Okay. Well, you can call me if you want more information about my school. It's 601-672-0695. And I'll be more than happy to assist you in any way I can.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, Karina. And you can put that in the chat.
Got it.
Karina?
Awesome. Thank you so very much. You can reach me at www.coachkarina.com. Just that simple. Coach Karina, Karena.com.
Perfect. Thank you. Lydia.
Hi, yes, you can. I recently synced up most of my social media to be at Be Well with Lydia. And I have a new website. It's bewellwithlydia.com. And right now I'm just welcoming people into my Facebook group community, the Simply Healthy Living community.
Wonderful. Thank you. Adrian.
Yes, I just love Lydia. She is a true boss. She is showing us how it is no excuses. But I can be reached on every single platform through www.the7figureboss.com, Instagram, Facebook, and also Clubhouse.
Love it. Love it. Tari?
Yes, I just like to say that baby is so cute. Okay, so you can reach me at www.TariDonaldson.com. Now, y'all don't forget, Tari looks like Terry, Teri, but it's Tari. So Tari, Teri Donaldson.com, or on social media as Tari Speaks, but that's Teri. Don't forget that Teri.
All right, thank you. Dr. Angela.
Hello, www.livegreatlives.com. Facebook is Angela Speaks Great Living, and Twitter and IG Angela HM Speaks. Thank you.
Love that. All right. And Ashley.
You can reach me at ashleykeyspeaks.com. That's ashleykeyspeaks.com, or on Instagram at Ashley Key Speaks, on Clubhouse Ashley Key Speaks, or on Facebook Ashley Key.
Love it. Thank you. So you all heard that. That's how you can reach these ladies. But most importantly, go to the summit. So you again can register at www.levelupsummit.com. And ladies, stay for the after party. But those boss talkers out there, we love you. So happy to have you tune in once again to Boss Talk LA with Sean LaRae. and that is bold, one of a kind, sensational superstars, and that's you. Thank you. See you next week.